to save the day. From kitchens to bathrooms, big or small, give Robbins a call and we'll fix it all. Call a Robin. Tweet, tweet, tweet. Call a Robin. Tweet, tweet, tweet. Call a Robin if you need your plumbing fixed just right.
Hey, I'm Trevor White with Rocky Mountain Restoration.
I am Stephanie Robbins, and I am the CEO and president of Robbins Plumbing.
So another question that I wanted to ask Stephanie was, how do you think personal development and professional development impacts creating leaders in the workplace? One of our core values at Rocky Mountain is always learn and grow.
Yep, ours is education and growth. In alignment, killing it.
Yep.
Okay.
Didn't even plan that. Adam, I don't know if you ever met Adam, but he was the former CEO at Rocky Mountain Restoration, and he really drove home always learning and growing. All the way from, if you were going to be a part of his leadership team, he'd have specific personal development courses that he would have you going to where you'd spend weekends off-site learning and growing.
So you guys had the same assignments that you were willing to do because you wanted to grow.
Correct.
So then you guys were sharing the same language.
Yep.
Okay, so in that process, let's picture you before and you after. How did you develop?
You talked about vulnerability before, and
It's a scary word.
it is a scary word.
It is a scary word.
It comes down to, I think, being open to being vulnerable and looking at people like they're people instead of looking at people like they're objects. And in business, at least in corporate America, I think that tends to happen pretty often, is that people look at another person as means for an end.
Yeah. Did that affect your personal relationships?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
It did.
It's like, I landed my wife
I
and I got
I didn't get my wife for no reason. I think professional development is a term, just working on yourself in professionally, but really, like, in order to do that, you have to first work on yourself, which is going to be applicable both personally and professionally.
Okay, most impactful book on your journey.
7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
Okay.
That's actually the first book that our CEO, Adam, had suggested for me to read when I went to him when I was just a technician, sales guy in the field, and that's what he gave me, and I went back and I reported back to him, which to him was, I think, a little bit astonishing because he gets asked a lot by people in the field, and then no one actually goes through and does the reading.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
I want to be better, but I'm not willing to take the steps that are required.
Yeah, and he then opened up the floodgates for me, just because we were talking about how important trust is in business, and so when you say you're going to do something, keeping your commitment and doing it, and then a lot of opportunity was presented at that point. How is it that you try to find the balance between being a friendly, understanding CEO with being the no bullshit, accountable CEO that, hey, I'm your boss still?
There is no balance. It's all me. And the team that works for me understands that that's inclusive. This is a great place to work. It's not a great place to not work. So my hiring processes changed to align people with what I believe. And I believe we can do it better. I believe we can do it with integrity. I believed this when I risked everything at 25 to start Robbins Plumbing. What I had to learn painfully and expensively along the way is to hire people who believed what I believed. So if you're not feeling well and you have a cough and you're probably not the same as your 100% when you're feeling like I'm awesome and well and yes, right? Probably not the same.
Yeah.
But you're here giving your 100% today despite restrictions. That someone else may have went, oh, that's a perfect excuse not to uphold my commitment and my promise. That is not my team. Because if I will give them 1,000%, they will give me 1,000%.
Okay. My next question is, if someone does not meet the expectations, how quickly are you to make the decision, like, hey, this just isn't a good fit?
Quickly. It is not fun for me to have to let someone go. So I have a process that, here's the deal. I can fix a lot of things. I can teach skill, and and I can do a lot, but I cannot fix one thing. I don't give up the So the second that starts to show
unhumility.
It's a conversation. Hey, what's going on? Something's going on personally. We recharge, we do the things, all is well. It could also be, I don't want to be a plumber. I don't want, they thought it was going to be something different. So it's those open, candid conversations that are not fun to have. And I hate having them, but they're a requirement. Everyone has a clear expectation that we work hard so we can rest easy. We all are rowing in the boat in the same direction, and if anyone's on the boat sitting not rowing, conversation.
You're tossing them off the boat?
If someone's drilling holes, that's the plank. So one thing that a lot of clients wonder about, not just even here in Arizona, but nationwide, when should a client consider having someone out like Rocky Mountain versus, oh, I can do this on myself, or a carpet cleaning company?
Yeah, whether it's fire damage, mold damage, water damage, we give free inspections for whatever it may be. And so if you have any kind of questions, you see some water that you don't know where it came from, drywall's deteriorating, like give us a call, we'll come out there and take a look at it. But it's not a one size fits all. And so I wish I could just say, oh, your water heater leaked, give us a phone call. Because there's going to be some cases where your water heater leaks and you don't need to give us a phone call. I think that one of the things that separates Rocky Mountain in the restoration space is trusting the company that you're having come out to give you a free assessment. Knowing that we're going to go out there, and if there is no water damage, we're not going to push a service on you to do something that's not necessary.
What are some of the signs that our clients and plumbers should be looking for, where it's like, hey, this is probably more than I should be wiping up with an old towel?
Yeah.
And have you guys come out?
Me, because of my background, anytime I hear someone whipping out a shop vac, I think it's a time to call restoration out to just at least take a look for peace of mind.
Okay.
If you have an exterior wall that has any type of bubbling or moisture, I typically suggest having restoration come out, because there's insulation in that wall, and unless it gets addressed, that insulation is going to act like a sponge and could potentially grow mold behind it. Anytime you guys see any type of mold spores, if you're not a mold specialist, call restoration out so we can take a look at it to make sure that you're not putting your family into a bad position to where something potentially can go wrong down the road.
Okay.
So if you know anyone that has restoration needs, or you're a plumbing company looking to work with a restoration company, Rocky Mountain Restoration is definitely the choice for you here in Arizona. We're the top rated restoration company in the state. And our phone number is 480-309-2524. 24-hour number, call for any kind of emergencies you have. We'll get someone out there to give you a free assessment.